Hello everybody, TVSTATIX here, and today I'm talking about Terrible Mouse. This came up on my For You page on TikTok, and I found it interesting. Not the show, but the things are surrounded by it. So today I'm going to be talking about the show, people's opinions on it, and what makes it weird and not what it's supposed to be. So, what exactly is Terrible Mouse? Well, it seems like it takes a lot of inspiration from Happy Tree Friends, if you remember what that is. And it seems pretty obvious when you go ahead and watch the show for yourself. There is so much gore. Obviously, gore can be in the show, but the way that's handled here, I don't think it's really necessary, and it goes a bit over the top. And I use a bit kind of lightly in this situation. And the other problem people have with the show is the way it's kind of sexualized. Just a bit, in my opinion. But there were a few occasions that makes it feel really weird and uncomfortable to watch at times. Let's hear other people's opinions on this.
Hi guys, this post is a negative rant about Terrible Mouse. If you don't know what Terrible Mouse is, it's a gory but cute web animation that's available on YouTube. Think of Happy Tree Friends or Pretty Blood. My problems with it are the writing and mostly the fact that this is some sort of fetish towards child murder. It's truly disgusting. Not only child murder, but also suggestive content including kids in general. For example, Lorna the Killer Nurse Mouse does some weird shit with the kids' corpses. It's not straight up porn, but it's just disgusting treatment to the bodies. If you want to see, check it out for yourself at your own risk. All I'm asking is for people to not make a fandom out of this tasteless content. That's all I gotta say about it.
And I agree with most of the points that are said. I went ahead and watched it myself, which I'll give my whole opinion on it after this, but at the same time, yeah, that's almost all that it is at the end of the day. And it's not great that the first thing when a person sees Terrible Mouse is just like, oh, this isn't good. And in my opinion, I feel the same way. It's not that good of a show. I found another creator that made a video on this topic, and I'll go ahead and show it to you all.
Hey, so I need to rant about a disgusting series I found called Terrible Mouse. So, Terrible Mouse is a web series on YouTube that is similar to Pretty Blood or any of those cutesy but gory series.
It's not the gore or anything that bugs me, it's the fact the entire series revolves around very visual and graphic depictions of child murders, not to mention the mouse is straight up Gooner bait. The killer mouse character named Lorna does predatory things to the children in the show. She does things like thigh crushes on children. She literally stabs one of the kids downstairs, areas with spikes, or just do very inappropriate gestures in front of children.
Not to mention her character design has massive exaggerated thighs with no pants. And she is clearly sexualized overall. A lot of the positions of the mouse jaw are really gross. I wouldn't mind suggestive stuff, but keep in mind this, mouse is interacting. And doing this with kids, minors. This is really bugging me because I keep seeing so much support for this series. Ooh, I don't know if this is still a thing, but I checked if it was actually age restricted. Like how it says it is in the title with the 18 plus, and it isn't. So children are able to watch this very easily.
I'm not sure if it actually isn't age restricted, but if it isn't, then oh boy. A lot of kids are going to be able to find this, and I don't think that's a really good thing to happen whenever you have a series like this that is filled with gore and maybe inappropriate scenes. And I'm kind of surprised that YouTube didn't see this and immediately age restricted themselves. Maybe it's because of the cute mouse design, but other than that, kids are gonna get a hold of this if this is all true. And this is alleged. I don't know myself. And I know some people are gonna argue, well, there's YouTube Kids for a reason. There's a lot of kids that stay onto their parents' accounts and go on YouTube themselves, and it happens a lot of the time. And again, not every parent can monitor their kids as closely, especially if the child's parents work really late or work all week, and it happens a lot of the time. And in those situations, those parents aren't going to be able to properly monitor their children that well. But that's not the point right now. Terrible Mouse only has 2 episodes, as far as I know, and I watched them both, so let me quickly analyze them for you guys. We start off with a girl running in front of a hospital that is covered in snow, and soon later running into a snowman that she later figures out that there's a dead body inside the snowman, causing her to scream and run away. Not soon after, we enter the hospital to see 3 children sitting in chairs, presumably waiting for the doctor. The kids' names are Ross, Robbie, and a girl. I don't really remember her name. The girl is sick, so she's really the one that needs treatment. Robbie is nervous about meeting the doctor because he's heard some questionable and scary tales about the doctors chopping up people and eating them. Robbie teases Ross and calls him a coward, soon after the girl defending Ross. This whole time, the doctor was watching through a crack in the door, aka Lorna. She pops into the waiting room and greets the 3 of the kids. Low-key, the girl isn't messing with the doctor and immediately feels like something is up for a little bit. Ross also feels the same way. He isn't really messing with Lorna either. Ross wants to leave, but Lorna begs him to stay, and the girl's like, hey, she greeted you so kindly, so stay. He's still like, nah, I want to leave this place. But then Lorna gives him some scary look. He's like, oh crap, yeah, no, I'm staying. Next, Lorna brings all of the 3 of them down to where the children were staying. Ross was low-key kind of scared to go down all of them stairs, and it looked kind of sketchy too. But the girl's like, hey, I'll be here with you. You'll be fine. Then he's like, alright, I'll go down. They all went down there seeing other kids. Lorna threw Robbie down the stairs because I'm pretty sure he didn't want to go down there. They were chilling for a bit before they realized Lorna had put all the other kids to sleep with medicine, and she was acting creepy. Then it was revealed that she was a murderer and were trying to kill the 3 of them. They were running around for a bit trying to find an escape, but realized that the door that led to upstairs was locked and they couldn't get out. They started playing a bit of hide and seek, but eventually all of them got caught. But somehow they escaped and find another place to hide, eventually getting caught again and being tied up. This time, 2 of them got killed, Robbie and the girl, leaving Ross left. Ross escaped from Lorna, but he was forced to stay in the hospital, not being able to get outside of the hospital, just away from her. That's basically it for episode 1. I'm not going to go over the second episode because it's just not that good, and plus this video is getting a bit too long. I left out most of the sequences because it's just really uncomfortable. Like, a lot of the stuff that I showed, it's really kind of gross in a way. I don't really want to, restate that, and it just makes me uncomfortable overall. If you really want to see for yourself, you can just search up Terrible Mouse on YouTube, and you'll probably find it there. I'd say watch at your own risk, however, especially if you don't like blood and gore, because there is a lot of that. If you don't mind it, I'd say go ahead if you want more details. What are my thoughts on this series? I already stated it before, but I'll say it again for the ending of the video. I don't like it. Talking from a story standpoint, I don't really know who the characters are, and it doesn't really feel fulfilling or really interesting in any way. It's just, hey, here's some characters. Now, watch them get killed. And the things that Lorna does, it's really disturbing, and most of the time I have to skip through some parts just to not see it. It makes me feel really uncomfortable. Other than that, that's all I have to say. I hope you have a great day. Please like and subscribe if you like the video. Only if you liked the video. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!